Hello everyone, my name is Waldo Richards from DaGameTrain, and well, we played Revenge of Shinobi, and I did mention Shinobi 3 Return of the Ninja Master on it. So, how about we play Shinobi 3? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I mean, what's there not to like it? It's a good game. That's a follow-up to another good game. That's like double the good. How can you say no to such a deal? Oh yeah, intros. He is stronger than steel and moves faster than a whirlwind. Sometimes he hides in mud, other times he transforms his shape like an ever-changing cloud. Although his fighting spirit burns like fire, his mind is as calm as water. Should Shinobi fail before completing the mission, he will disappear before the dawn and vanish forever. From the secret manual of Oboro Ninjutsu. Hell yeah! Look at that, that is a fucking shinobi. A shinobi master. A ninja master, even. I kinda like the intro from Revenge of Shinobi, to be honest. Well, first thing you'll notice is that, hey, we got a few more frames all of a sudden. Isn't that amazing? Now hold on a second, I gotta change. The shurikens. I don't play with limited shurikens. That's for boring people. Hey, how about we try the expert mode? I never tried the expert mode. Let's see how bad this gets. Oh boy, this is gonna be bad, I can already tell, but hey, I live for these What the fuck? Can't even wait to start, can ya? Okay. Round 1. So in this game's case, Neo Zed is once again in action, because of course. What else could he possibly do? Funny how he keeps coming back. Funny how Neo Zed is mentioned in games that have nothing to do with shinobis as well. He must be very popular. He probably wants to be the next Mr. X. I don't think that's gonna happen though, if you ask me, because Mr. X is something special. He's from Streets of Rage after all. Whereas Zed is just, well, he's Zed. He's an evil dude. I don't know what to tell you guys. There's not much to say. Very little information. How dare you shoot me? I'm a ninja master. I'm not entirely sure what the expert mode is supposed to entail here. Maybe enemies do more damage. But I'm not feeling it. It feels like I'm doing more damage too. What the hell? I don't remember being able to stun these guys before. That's weird. What kind of version of this game am I playing? Look at that, I can stun him. Ow! But I keep jumping way too late, and as such I keep getting hit. There you go, that takes care of that. So, Shinobi 3 has various new additions in comparison to Revenge of Shinobi. For one, there are mini-bosses in the area, which is nice. Everybody likes a good old mini-boss, I suppose. And of course there are also other useful things like, well, I'm not entirely sure. I think I'll be able to remember. Well, there is this thing here, you can wall jump. That's good. And you also got extra attack moves too, like you got this downwards kick, which really helps not only to attack differently, but also to navigate. Like I did with those spikes. Very useful. Also, I believe the ninjutsus are a little reworked, so they're a bit more useful. I actually found all of the ninjutsus to be kinda useful throughout most of the game. Well, except the screen nuke, but then again, the screen nuke is kinda like a thing that you only use when you really need to nuke somebody. So, it's not really ever meant to be super useful, it's just like a clutch. And of course there are other bosses too. It's like there's mini bosses and then there's super bosses, like regular bosses. I love this shit, and because there's more bosses, there's also more levels, and because of more levels, well, there's more game, and that's good. Also, the bosses happen to be a little more advanced than before, which is also great, like this guy. Although you wouldn't be able to tell that he's very advanced because it only took me 4 hits to kill him, but hey, he's much different than that guy from Revenge of Shinobi, right? All he did was swing the sword every now and then, like he was trying to wave his fan or something. Round 2. You know, I'm really not seeing what the big deal is with expert mode. If anybody knows, unless I figure this out later on my own, could anyone tell me? Because I'm not feeling the expert mode right now. The only thing I can tell, sort of, I think, is that my health bar is considerably shorter, but that seems to be about it. If that's the only change, I don't know. It's not really an expert mode then, is it? I think there might be additional enemies as well, because I can see there's a bit more ninjas coming out of the woodwork than there normally are. When you play on normal mode, for example. Like, there usually isn't that many ninjas here, that much I can tell. But that's really not a big deal. Because, as you can see, you can just spam your shurikens, it doesn't matter. What are they gonna do? Attack me? Peh! Like I give a shit! So if I do well enough, I will be able to make use of a very particular ninjutsu power. I really hope I do get to survive like that. Because this game is definitely more challenging, but at the same time, not really. And I think it's because of the improved controls and movesets. Because of the... oh shit, he jumps quite high, doesn't he? Because of the improved controls and movesets, you're able to just move around a little easier, allowing you to perform much better tricks and much easier too than before, which is really cool. And now Mr. Fast Ninja is just a boss, like a mini boss. Like, I don't give a shit about your mini boss shit. Come on, what are you gonna do to me? You also get a running attack, which in Revenge of Shinobi you never had, which really helps if you just want to hit somebody while running. Stop being a bitch. Stop being a bitch. Music has also been improved. It has a bit sharper instruments, but I gotta tell you, I kinda miss the instruments from Revenge of Shinobi. They were a bit more muffled, but they also had... I wanna say character? Like, I kinda grew to them, you know. Meanwhile, these ones, I mean, I'm not gonna say they suck, they definitely don't. I like them. The music is good, but I still prefer Revenge of Shinobi in terms of music. That might be mostly just nostalgia talking though, so it's really hard to tell for me. But, I don't know. I just like Revenge of Shinobi's music more. But are there any oddities about this game? Like, isn't there anything that's shit? Not really actually. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, there's a lot less bullshit in this game than in the first game. For one, there's a lot less silly cameos, which, while admittedly pretty funny, were not entirely necessary, making this game a bit more serious in tone. Oh yeah, you can also attack bombs now to blow them up earlier. That's very useful. However, I do think that in certain cases there are certain oddities that are questionable at best. Like here, holy shit, was that close. Oh no! What the fuck am I supposed to go? I don't see the fucking screen. Shit. That was bad. Though that's not really the game's fault, it's just me kind of fucking up. I can't blame the game for that. I don't know, I'm kinda hard pressed to come up with anything that's wrong with this game. Like, sometimes you can get shot from behind the screen, but at the same time, this was a thing in Revenge of Shinobi as well. So I can't exactly blame only this game exclusively for that. And frankly, this wasn't just a thing in Shinobi games. A lot of games had this problem. And it doesn't surprise me a lot, because enemies would normally be spawned a little before you actually approach them. You know, to make sure that you don't see them spawning in, first of all, and also to make sure that, well, they are ready to attack. In many cases as well, they would attack before you even get to see them, because, well, they're already there, and they can see you just fine. You know, that's okay. You get to learn that stuff, and in Shinobi games, I feel that just works fine, because it's part of the challenge. That's how I feel about it, at least, because, you know, you're a ninja. You are supposed to act like one. Like, overall, this game is really solid. I will be really hard pressed to come up with something that doesn't work well for this game. Here's the next boss. This one is quite interesting, because it's that same old brain in a jar that you remember from the Revenge of Shinobi game, but he is much different now. Like, he fights, and he knows how to fight too. He doesn't fuck around. He will not camouflage, he will confuse your movements, making you have to press in reverse where you want to go. Like, if you want to go right, you gotta press left instead. He will throw bombs which levitate. He will shoot his turrets. He doesn't fuck around anymore. Not like before in Revenge of Shinobi, where all he did was just come out of his little closet, say hello, and then go back to sleep. That was shit. I mean, it's a boss. It was a different challenge altogether, but by comparison to this boss, it's a lot shittier. Whereas here, it fights back proper. You also get the ability to block if you hold the attack button, which in this case is B. It works sort of, but often I find myself not using it because it doesn't work on a lot of attacks. It's only useful against projectiles. So if I see, let's say I want to block this fly. As you can see, it doesn't work, because, well, I can't exactly block a fly. It's not shooting at anything at me. If it shot a thing at me, I think I would have been able to block it. But since it didn't, there wasn't anything to block. There is something I don't like about this level, and that is there's always fucking flies at the top parts of these areas, which you can't see until they attack. It's an annoyance, and I'd prefer if it didn't exist, but whatever. Like here, that fly came out of fucking nowhere, and there wasn't much I could do about it. Because I can't see where it is. I can hear it, but I don't know where it is. And I can't exactly defend myself against it. I keep taking hits because of that. That's a bit annoying. Especially now that I'm on expert mode, where I can't exactly afford getting hit. What the fuck? Since when does he jump out like that? What the fuck? I'ma show you what's what, you motherfucker in the jar. Piece of shit. Thinks he's real hot shit, don't he? And then this asshole attacks all of a sudden. What the fuck? I should have hit him with the sword. Okay, now they're getting into some interesting things. You know, playing these games on hardest difficulties really showcase their true colors, don't they? It's like you get to experience them in the way that it was intended to experience, but at the same time you get to experience what doesn't exactly work for them because of these intentions. Like right now, because of the harder difficulty, it seems like it's also harder to just do things. For some reason I can't get the hits to come out properly. Like I wanna do a slash, but it tries to throw instead. And this isn't exactly a thing that you can determine for yourself. Like, you slash the sword when someone is close to you, or you kick when someone's close to you. But then there's no one close to you, you just throw a shuriken. That can be a bit of a problem. But again, I feel that this isn't entirely a fault of the game as much as it's a thing that I need to get used to. You know? Like, I don't think it's a fault of the game. It doesn't quite feel like it. Did I hit one of those electric things? It sounded like it. Whatever. You can also latch onto ceilings. Isn't that cool? This isn't limited to just these conveyor belts. It's also working on ceilings, as you can see right here. It's pretty amazing. And you can wall jump with such great grace and precision that it's quite amazing. You also get a nice counter for how many ninjutsus you have available to you now, which is really useful. So this mini-boss here is just survive the jars. Really not that hard. In fact, you don't even need to destroy all the jars to survive. All you're waiting for is this shit to drain out. This is where you want to pick up the pace though, because there is a giant monster in the background, and that is your boss fight actually. You don't want to get caught by him because he tries to shoot at you. This can be a lot more difficult to achieve than you think, so don't be surprised if you take a few hits. The main difficulty here is that you're walking on ground that's difficult to navigate through. Like it's like going through mud. It's very difficult to traverse it. So you want to keep running, which is very useful to have right now. Like every time there's something new, there's also a mechanic for it, and I approve of this. Of course, you can mitigate this by using ninjutsu right now, and it's amazing. I mean, I'm using my ninjutsu powers as a proper fucking ninja. And I lost my shurikens, thanks. It's also pretty cool that you get to fight something this big. Like, you didn't get to fight very interesting monstrosities in Revenge of Shinobi besides Godzilla, of course. But hey, I ain't complaining, dude. Why can't I jump higher if I sink into the ground? That's odd. It also appears like this boss has different attack patterns, because normally he just shoves his hand, and he does it even faster too. I might actually die this time. See, the problem with this boss is that it's kinda hard to get the timing for the jumps right. Didn't I have more lives? What the fuck? I think I had 3 lives. Whatever. Unless I wasn't paying attention and I lost one. I don't see how that makes any sense. Yes, now I'm noticing something. I'm not jumping properly for some reason. Like, what the fuck? Jump, damn it! Yeah, now I'm jumping right. Oh, what? Okay, this is starting to get a little bit on my nerves. What the fuck? This makes no sense. Something isn't quite right here. What's the continue gonna be from? 3rd level, go fuck. What? What? Holy shit, dude. You know, I was kind of ready to just restart the recording here and take an easier difficulty like hard, but dude, that was nice. You gotta continue, and you continue from where you left. Why can't more games do that? Why do I get sucked in? That's weird. Fuck you, dude. I think whenever he starts prepping up the lasers, then I'm getting, yeah, when he's prepping the laser, I'm getting sucked in. Man, what the hell, dude? I don't know what's going on, but for some reason it's really hard to jump in this area for some reason. Is this like a thing for expert modes? Because I recall being able to jump as high as I do right now without having to sink all the way through into the floor. Like, what the hell? I guess I have to do different jumps now. Because I keep getting hit. Shit! Man, expert mode that doesn't fuck around. Fuck! Damn it! And the son of a bitch decides to do a double jump right at the floor? Why the fuck did you do that? God damn it. God damn it, Musashi. Stop being so fucking bullshashi and fucking jump off the ground when I tell you to. Not the double jump. Why the fuck would I want to double jump off the fucking floor? That's so stupid. Come on, don't fuck around, Musashi. Hey, you know, this actually works. I can just do this. Sort of, I guess. I mean, it only works to some degree. God damn it. He really does move his hand a little faster. Either that or I'm still intoxicated because I'm recording this after the bogus stream happened. And if you're saying that, I was drinking beer on the stream. Uh-oh. And by the way, you can't duck underneath that as far as I know, because you still get hit. Yeah, fuck you, asshole. Jeez, he was a lot harder than I remember. Now I'm starting to feel the expert mode. This is more like it. Oh, this is gonna be interesting, guys.